Welcome to Visionary Initiatives YouTube channel. Today, I just want to take a brief moment to talk about some job search strategies. So many of us are taking an opportunity to really reevaluate where we are in our jobs and our careers and look for employment to advance where we want to go. I just want to talk about some effective ways to help you as you go about your job search. One, career goals. What are you trying to accomplish? With you going out to find a job, one of the things that we talk about is have a titled resume. When you have a title resume, it's easier for the employer to know what you're looking for, but it's also easier for you to narrow down exactly what you are searching for in a job. And it's so much easier when you have a title resume or you know where you're going when it comes to your job search. You will be able to type in your title, whether it be a federal law enforcement officer, a retail manager, or an IT project manager. You can type those things into Glassdoor or Monster or Indeed and come up with a plethora of job opportunities. But when you don't know exactly where you're going, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to find a job. The second one is develop a plan. Have goals for your career goal. Each day, let's say, you're unemployed and you set a goal to, for the next 5 days, for a week, Monday through Friday, that you are going to apply to 10 jobs each day. That's your plan. You develop your plan and be if effective, be productive in your plan and stick with it. Three is you must identify your skills. You know exactly what is it that you're proficient in. What are you good at? And this will help you when you're updating your resume, when you're writing your cover letter, and also when you're going in your for your interview. A key thing, number four, is having transferable skills. And we use that word transferable skills because you want to make sure that the skills that you use, you can take from one job to another job, even if it's in a different industry. You want to make sure that you have transferable skills. Some of those skills can be communication, customer service, and communication can be broken down into verbal, to written, interpersonal skills, managerial skills. Those are all transferable skills that are not just for one particular industry, but that you can use anywhere. Five, have an online presence. We all may not agree that social media is the best, but have an online presence. So even if that's just having a LinkedIn account, have a LinkedIn account. And with that LinkedIn account, it's just for business. It's just for your job or trying to attain a job. So the only things that you're going to have up there are the things that you're proficient in, the skills that you're proficient in. In your network, it's just going to be basically professional. And so you don't have to worry about anyone posting things on your wall or whatsoever. It's strictly professional. But one of the things that employers are doing right now is looking at your LinkedIn profile to see where you have worked, to see how you write your post, to make sure that when you say in your interview that you are proficient in communication, that you've written all these things, that you're actually doing it on your LinkedIn profile. But that's one thing that the employers are doing now is using social media to look you up, essentially. Number six, keeping your resume updated. So again, you have a titled resume, a targeted resume to the position that you want, but also keeping it updated. One of the things that I tell people all the time is this: as you're going about your job, your career, years down the road, have a notebook with you or Evernote on your phone. Have some type of place where you can take down the things that you're doing on a regular basis at your job, or those extra tasks or things that you get at your job. And those things that you necessarily wouldn't remember when you're trying to update your resume, but you have them written down that you can always go back to. Another thing is making sure that when your resume is talking about your past experiences, that it's all past tense, I'm sorry, and not current. A lot of times employers get turned off by past or previous work experience that talks about what you're doing currently when you're not even in that position. So definitely keep that to mind when you are updating your resume. But just make sure that your resume is always ready to go. You always want to be ready. If there is a job, if someone says, I have a job for you, but I need your resume in 5 minutes, always make sure that you have that resume handy. Always, and that it's updated, and that you don't have to go back and change it when someone says, I need it now. Number 7, establish and use your network. So important that you have a network, that you build it, and that you use it. For those individuals that are in your network, tell them, hey, I'm looking for a job. Whether that's an email or phone call or whatever it is, communicate that you're looking for a job and that you need their assistance. But make sure that when you say that you are looking for a job, that you are targeted in exactly what you are looking for, and not just blanket saying I'm looking for a job. 8, in order to have interview success, you must be prepared. So be prepared, practice. And one thing that you must always remember is that it's okay to ask the potential employer questions. But in order to do that, research the company before you go in your interview. Research the company. Always think about questions that they may have. One of the questions that people always get tripped up about is, tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me what you would do in this situation. Or have you experienced conflict, and how did you resolve that conflict? Typically, you're going to get those type of questions in your interview. So just make sure that you're prepared. Don't forget to research that company before you go in for your interview. Research that company. See exactly what you're getting yourself into in the interview. And that will inform your questions, about promotion potential, or, maybe it's, you're a woman like myself who has children, multiple children. Are they a family friendly place? Will it be acceptable if, you get a call from school one day and your daughter has a fever and she has to be picked up in an hour? Something to think about when you're looking at companies, when you're going on your interviews. 9, dress for success. Again, when you are going for your interviews, even when you're going to networking events, always dress for success. Always dress for the job that you want. Always dress for the job that you want. And that job may be, a job that you'll get 10 years from now, but you always want to dress for the job that you want. Dress for success. I am not saying wear a 3-piece suit every day, gentlemen, and I'm not saying, women, you have to wear a skirt suit or a pantsuit every single day. But if you see that there are individuals in the industry that you're trying to get to, and that's how they're dressing, you should definitely look into that. Dress for success. And then get a mentor or a coach. Get a mentor or a coach, someone who really can help you with your resume, keeping your resume updated, maybe giving you tips on things that you should put in your resume, because sometimes we don't always, our resume is a vulnerable piece of us, and we don't always show exactly what we do or our success in our resume. And sometimes we need other people to pull that out of us. And a career coach or a mentor can do that for you, even an accountability partner. But also they can assist you in your network. They can broaden your network because they can connect you to their network, which is broad. So now you just broaden your network because you have more people in your network. And then also, they might be able to do some practice interviewing with you. Or they might be able to show you what it means to dress for success. But it's a different perspective to help you advance in your career. So I hope that these 10 steps, strategies were helpful for you as you go about searching for employment. And I hope that as you go about that, you really, again, you keep your resume updated and make sure that your contact information is updated and current so people can contact you. That you dress for success, and that most importantly, you speak to someone else, whether it be a coach, a mentor, or an accountability partner to help you in your journey. Well, until next time, you take care, and thank you again for joining Visionary Initiatives.